Well, this video is certainly not a normal upload for me. What we're going to look at today is a new exploit that the Hack Informer website has released. I'm not going to go into all the details of this hack because it would take way too long to explain it and show what I plan on showing you. But basically, this exploits the Mail app on the PS Vita and the PlayStation TV into fooling the system into temporarily disabling the majority of the whitelist that keeps a lot of Vita games from launching on the PlayStation TV. First of all, this doesn't do anything for the PSP games that won't launch. So if you try to launch Sega Genesis Collection or Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, they still won't work. But it does fix a lot of things with PS Vita games. There are a lot of Vita games that will launch now with this exploit going. A few notable additions that I'm not going to show you here in a minute: Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, Hatsune Miku Project Diva F, Hyperdimension Neptunia Producing Perfection, Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition, Little Big Planet PS Vita, Silent Hill Book of Memories, and Tearaway. Note that there are some games that still don't work with this exploit. Some that I tested that still don't work are games like Actual Sunlight, Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1, The Muppets Movie Adventures, Murasaki Baby, Run Sackboy Run, and Tetris Ultimate. So, to get this intro going, let's take a look at 5 of the games and apps that I think are the most important that people will want to know about, and show you them running on the PlayStation TV. The first order of business is a game that is very hot and very conflicted in the PS Vita community right now, and that is none other than Gravity Rush. Recently, Gravity Rush Remastered was announced for the PS4, and Gravity Rush 2 was announced for the PS4 and not the PS Vita. So we're going to take a quick look at how the combat and everything works on the PlayStation TV. It is a good note to remember that the PlayStation TV cannot do everything a Vita does, so you can't use all of the motion controls for Gravity Rush when you're playing on the PS TV. You can use anything that has button alternatives, but the PlayStation TV currently has no way of doing motion controls. You should just keep that in mind when you're playing this game or any other game you can play with this exploit. Next on the list is Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. I would say this is the second most asked for game, at least for me. With me at Vita Reviews being the biggest contributor to the PlayStation TV in the online communities, I have a lot of people asking me about games being made compatible. Metal Gear Solid HD Collection is probably one of the top games that I ever hear about. Thanks to this hack, you can play Metal Gear Solid HD Collection on the PlayStation TV. The only thing you need to worry about are the rear touch controls, which are a little bit harder to do no matter what type of controller you use. Third on the list is the big one that's going to make a huge difference here: Netflix. Netflix has been the hottest complaint about the PlayStation TV since day one. Right after the PlayStation TV released, Netflix didn't work, and the guys over at Netflix said they had no plans of making it work. So I have personally been emailing them every single month, normally 2 or 3 times a month, trying to get them to update the app. Now, with this exploit, you can go into Netflix all you want. Fourth on the list is another big one that people have been really sore about, and that is Uncharted Golden Abyss. Nathan Drake's portable adventure has never been made compatible with the PlayStation TV, and it still is a little bit hit and miss. If you don't know, there are some sections in Uncharted that require you to use the motion controls. Obviously, you can't do these sections with the PlayStation TV, so it would be handy to have a PS Vita handy, so you could just go back and forth, go ahead and go do the tilt-only sections on the Vita, and then pop it back into the PlayStation TV to play everything else. A little bit awkward to use, but it can work. The final game I'm going to show you is another fan favorite that people have been wanting on the PlayStation TV for a long time, and that is Ys Memories of Celceta. This game has actually been patched for the PlayStation TV in Japan, and Xseed still has no ETA on when a North America and Europe patch is coming. Thanks to this exploit, you can go in, and now you can play all of the Vita-compatible Ys games all you want, from 1 and 2 Chronicles, Oath and Felghana, 7, and Celceta. The only Vita-specific features this game has that I can recall are touch features, which are easily emulated on the PlayStation TV. Well, that does it for this post. If you want to see the full list of games that I have personally found to work with this new exploit and don't work with this exploit, feel free to head to my site at vitareviews.net. That is where the full list is, that it would be much too long to go into detail in this video. To end this video, some of you may be wondering about the risks of using this. Will this permanently affect your PlayStation TV? That answer is no. When I was using this, I had my PlayStation TV in my Deca Vita 7, and as soon as I turned it off so I could plug it into an actual monitor, when it rebooted, there was no trace of the exploit anywhere, and I had to redo the exploit to get it back into gear. So if you're worried about this permanently affecting your PlayStation TV, I can assure you that nothing will go wrong. As soon as you turn it off, it'll act like the exploit never even happened.